either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ready, back 25. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Ready, set.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. The Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down.
21.
From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
First down, Falcons.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. Check 45 to Mike. Man, I got you. Get up.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They try right side here. Gurley. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 23. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Break the hunt. 180. Black. So don't say nothing. 54.
On second and 7, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
54. Yellow.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 47. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Watch the screen.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, first and 10. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 43. Go. 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 Let him go.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Mike, got him. Mike 5-4. Watch the run. Watch the run. Kill. 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 Oh,
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready for 80. 525. Get that quarterback. And all.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now it's Gurley. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready. 280. Right there. 54 Mike. I got one.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 24-yard line.
I don't think you got it, son. Check nine, check nine. Wait,
on second down, Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Check 45 to Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check 24. Check 24.
Now a run with Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we're good. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Hey, exit.
Now Cousins completes it to the fullback Ham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They run. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Ito Smith, his first carry, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, 280. Check right 54. Right 54.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Ready, back 25. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Shift.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. They run. It's Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Ready, 280. Check, walk 54, walk 54. No chance.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And Anthony Barr just has it all as far as I'm concerned in terms of physique, athletic ability, and now he's versatile as well. When he came out of UCLA, he played outside linebacker, but also down defensive end. The Vikings can utilize those same sort of skills.
39. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
On third down, Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Right there.
Brings up second and 8.
Check back. Check back. Check 4.
Again, it's Cook. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
The 31 brings up third down.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Under 10.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a big out of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Zebra. Hey, Foxtrot.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Ready, ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. What's the run? They're running it.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Ready, blue 80. Like 25. Blue dead. Hey, check. Hey, Ripley.
From the 24, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Wait. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check the backer, check the backer. 22.
Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Go!
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, Demonte Casey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Directly over him. Gets through and now an opening. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. A win would be their second on the young season. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's back to throw. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 10-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go, D.
On the carry, it's Cook.
Check 31, check 31.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Right there. 50, hey, Delta. 54, Mike.
Cousins to throw. And that will be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.